Hello friends, welcome back to the most interesting poem session. We're all going to fly high in the sky like birds. Fine? Yeah. How many of you are interested in listening to music? Every one of us, right? No doubt. I'm so much interested in beautiful songs, especially based on nature. How do you feel? Yes, you start flying, right? Today, we are going to see a beautiful poem, a very interesting poem written by Sarojini Naidu. She has written the poem in such a manner that you start seeing colorful birds everywhere. Once you close your eyes and you listen to the poem, right? You will feel this, right? We are going to see a poem on bird sanctuary. This poem is meant for reading for pleasure. Enjoy the poem, its poetic devices, and the structure of the poem. This will not reflect in your examinations. Try writing more such poems and increase your creativity. Okay? Before entering to the poem, I just want to give you a gist about Sarojini Naidu. She was born on Feb 13, 1879 in Hyderabad. She died. She passed away. She left us on March 2nd, 1979 in Lucknow. Her first volume of poem, The Golden Threshold, in 1905 was followed by The Bird of Time in 1912. Her collection of English poems have been published under the titles The Sceptred Flute in 1928 and The Father of the Dawn in 1961. Imagery and allegory are the two literary devices mostly used by Sarojini Naidu. Fine. When we speak about allegory, what do you mean by allegory? Allegory is a story, play, picture, etc., in which each character or event is a symbol representing an idea or a quality such as truth, evil, death, etc. Allegory delivers difficult messages in easy to read stories. Allegory is a story which has a surface story, a hidden story, actually hidden underneath. Okay, shall we see an example? Two neighbors throwing rocks at each other's home. But the hidden story would be about war between two countries. Have you understood the meaning of allegory now? Yeah, good. Shall we go to imagery now? Yeah. Imagery is a language that produces picture in the minds of the people reading or listening. If you listen to a song, immediately while you listen, the picture should be running in your eyes. You should start imagining the picture, right? That is imagery. Usually, it creates visual representation of ideas in our mind. Now, shall we go to the poem? Yeah. In your quiet garden walks a magic tumult of winged choristers that keep the festival of dawn. Blithely rise the carols in richly cadenced rapture. From lyric throats of amber, of ebony and fawn. The bulbul and the oriole, the honeybird and shama, flit among high boughs that drip with nectar and with dew. Upon the grass, the wandering gull parades its sea-washed silver. The hoopoe and the kingfisher, their bronze and sapphire blue. Wild grey pigeons, dreaming of a home amid the treetops, fill their beaks with silken down and slender banyan twigs. But the jade green gypsy parrots are only gay marauders and pause upon their sunward flight to plunder red ripe figs. In your gracious garden, there is joy and fostering freedom, nesting place and singing space for every feathered thing. O master of the birds, grant sanctuary and shelter also to your homing bird that bears a broken wing. Friends, you'd have listened to my pronunciation and the way how you should read a poem. Now I am going to give you the meaning of the poem line by line or stanza by stanza, however it suits. Okay, now in your quiet garden walks a magic tumult of winged choristers that keep the festival of dawn. Just imagine, there is a confusion of what? Different voices of birds. Tweet. Coo, coo, coo. So, why does the poet use the word tumult? You tell me. There is a confusion because all the birds sing at the same time, right? So, the voices of the birds come together and they bring a confusion in the garden of winged choristers. Choir. What do you mean by choir? Choristers. Choir. A group of people singing together. That is the meaning of choir. Here, winged choristers. Who are the winged choristers? Who have got wings? Yes, birds. They sing in a group together as a choir that keep the festival of dawn. When the dawn comes everywhere, what do you do at dawn? You nicely sleep. But birds, they never sleep like this at dawn. Early, they wake up, they start singing with a great joy. Blithely rise the carols in richly cadenced rapture. What do you mean by blith? Bliss. Brightness. This brightness is happiness of the birds. Joy of birds. How do they rise? Happily they rise. Do you rise happily in the morning? What do? When your mom comes and wakes you up, immediately you say, Ma, oh Ma, Ma. What do you say? You don't like to wake up. Mom, let me sleep for some more time, Mom. Mom, please, Mom. This way you act, right? But the birds, what do? With a great bliss, they rise the carols. Actually, the voices of the birds are like carols. What are carols? Lovely songs, prayer songs sung at the time of Christmas. So superb, lovely voices of birds are like carols in richly cadenced rapture. Cadenced, rhythmic music. This is a voice of a bird. Quick, 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 quick. See, the rhythm hasn't changed. Krr, 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 coo, coo, coo. Have you noticed? Such type of rhythm never changes, right? Cadenced, rhythmic music, rapture. They sing with extreme pleasure from lyric thoughts of amber. They are colors. Amber of ebony and fawn. Beautiful red. Ebony, blackish, brown, copper color, green, blue. Seen everywhere from lyric throats. They are not just voices. They are not just sounds. They are lyrics written by the birds. Fine? The bulbul and the oriole, the honey bird and shama flit among high boughs that drip with nectar and with dew. Bulbul, oriole, honey bird, shama. They're all different names of birds. What do? They move very quickly. They flick their wings, right? They move very, very quickly. What do? They take the nectar from the flowers along with the dew, right? In their beaks, and they move from high branches of trees. Upon the grass, the wandering gull parades its sea-washed silver, the hoopoe and the kingfisher, their bronze and sapphire blue. Here, the poet beautifully describes the color of the birds. One bird glowing in bronze color. One bird beautifully, gently in blue color. Upon the grass, the wandering gull parades its sea-washed silver. Actually, seagull, what does it do? Usually seagulls, they go together. Have you seen parades? Army, Navy, Air Force, what do? They stand in a line. When they get the command, they walk evenly, right? Likewise, the gulls, they go as a parade. Okay. The hoopoe and the kingfisher, they both are in different colors. Just imagine how it would be. Multicolor everywhere. Green, blue, orange, red, yellow. What a great heaven it is. Wild grey pigeons, dreaming of a home amid the treetops, fill their beaks with silken down and slender banyan twigs. Pigeons, white, beautiful white. Do I look like a pigeon now? Of course, I understand, a big pigeon, right? I'm able to understand what you think about me. Yeah. Wild grey pigeons, dreaming of a home amid the treetops. What do? They carry slender twigs in their beaks and they build homes for their kids. Right? Yeah. Wild grey pigeons, dreaming of a home amid the treetops, fill their beaks with silken down and slender banyan twigs. But the jade, green gypsy parrots. Why jade green? Jade. Jade is in green color. But the jade green gypsy parrots are only gay marauders. But the jade, what do you mean by jade? It's like pearl. Jade would be in green color. Okay. Parrots are in green color, right? How are their beaks? They're in red. Good. Are only gay marauders, plunderers. Who are plunderers? Yeah, thieves who jump into the ship unknowingly, suddenly. They steal. Okay? What do? They take everything and they come off. These beautiful parrots are like plunderers and pass upon their sunward flight to plunder red ripe figs. Sunward flight. Can you go near the sun? Not at all. It would be so hot, right? But they would beautifully fly to many trees to take figs. What do? They fly high, high, high into the sky, and they go and sit in many trees and they search for figs. Okay. How it would be? It would be in red color. Very tasty, very healthy too. You should also eat fig. How should you eat fig? You dry it, just soak it in honey, keep it, then eat it every day. You will be healthy. Okay? And pass upon their sunward flight to plunder red ripe figs. In your gracious garden, there is joy and fostering freedom. How is the garden? It is not only colorful. Garden is colorful with beautiful flowers, multicolored flowers, breeze, birds, happiness everywhere, gracious. The garden is filled with grace. With what sort of grace? Joy. You are given everything. The humans are given everything in this life. Are we joyful? Are we happy? Are we satisfied? No. We actually search something always. We always go in search of something more and more and more and more. What do? We search things, we get things, but we don't get joy at all. We don't feel happy at all. Right? But the beautiful parrots, not only parrots, the birds, they sing joyfully in happiness in the garden, gracious garden, and fostering freedom. What do you mean by foster? Foster is give to someone who does not have it. That is called fostering. Here, those birds, nature, has fostered the freedom for itself. Fine? It has taken it. From whom? That would come later. Nesting place and singing space for every feathered thing. There is a place to take rest. Happy, joyful, cheerful, great. How? By singing. Because it has got space to sit and sing joyfully. Who has given this? Here comes. O Master of the birds, grant sanctuary and shelter also to your homing bird that bears a broken wing. Now, you could have understood, right? O Master of the birds. Who is the master here? God. We call it as God. Some call it as nature, whatever it is. Ultimately, some supreme has given such a joy. He or she, whoever it is, has filled joy everywhere. Right? Grand sanctuary. What does the poet plead? It's not a request, it's pleading. She wants God to grant sanctuary, a place to sit silently, happily, and shelter. Shelter is a place where you can be very safe from enemies. Enemies are not only humans. Not only humans. Enemies can come from anywhere, in any form. Also to a homing bird. Who is a homing bird here? She talks about herself that bears a broken wing. My dear friends, if a bird's wing is broken, will it be able to fly? If your limb is broken, will you be able to walk? Will you be able to do anything by yourself? You need someone to help you, right? But at least some people will come and help you. But for birds, who will come and help? If its wing is broken, the poet feels as if she is a bird with a broken wing. She pleads God, O master of the birds, grant sanctuary. Give me a place to rest and shelter, a safe place, also to a homing bird that bears a broken wing. Friends, I hope you would have enjoyed this poem. Have you felt that you are like a bird in the sanctuary? That's good. That is imagery. Now, we'll just go through the glossary like this. Glossary. Tumult, confusion, choristers, singers in a choir, blithely, without care, happily, cadenced, rhythmic music, rapture, extreme pleasure, amber, brownish yellow, ebony, a hard deep black, marauders, plunderers, sanctuary, place of safety, homing, going home. Now, let's see the recap of the poem. Right? Recap. In the poem, The Bird Sanctuary, the poet Sarojini Naidu evokes the delightful imagery of different kinds of birds living happily in a sanctuary. There are birds of varied colors, from amber and ebony to jade green and sapphire blue. Small birds like the bulbul and the oriole fly around everywhere. There are colorful birds like kingfisher and wandering birds like gull. The pigeons are trying to build a home while the parrots are out to eat ripened figs. The poet portrays the bird sanctuary as a gracious and generous place where all kinds of birds live freely and happily. She ends the poem with a prayer to God, asking for shelter for a homing bird with a broken wing. This poem is an imagery of expressing her longing for a resting place and solace from her pain in his own sanctuary. What is an allegory? What is imagery? I want you to just go through the poem once again and take the nectar of the beautiful flower, bird sanctuary. Okay. I'm so happy you have been so patient to listen to the class. Anyway, we are going to meet in the next class with some other lovely, interesting session. Until then, thank you.